Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first week of district play here in Division 13 6A, and we are here live at Woodforest Bank Stadium in the beautiful city of the Woodlands, Texas. My bad. I am Wesley Big West Turner, and joining me tonight in the booth is my color commentator for the first half at least, Jackson Cochran.
What's up, Wes? How you doing tonight?
I am doing good, and I am ready to finally get into some district football.
Yes, this tonight, man, it is a very, very good matchup between two undefeated squads going into tonight's game, and especially you see this high-flying air raid style offense that you got for College Park, and then you see a little bit more of a balanced look from Conroe. They like to utilize the ground game. They also like to throw it out, but it's going to be one of those matchups where it could potentially be whoever has the ball last in this game is going to end up with the W.
This will be a very high-scoring game. Like we were talking about it earlier, both of these teams, they have high-powered offenses. We've seen it before. We saw it with Conroe last week. Both these teams also have really good defenses. In the past two games, College Park has only allowed 27 points, and one of the people that they played was Klein Kane, who was a playoff team last year, which arguably more impressive is that Conroe only let up 7 points against two of the A-Leaf schools, but this will really be the first test for Conroe this season.
Very much so, and I love that you did your homework coming into tonight's game, man. That is excellent stuff. Yeah, looking at the way that College Park last week played against Klein Kane, being the home team tonight here at the bank, you just can't express how well that offense played, especially against a playoff team last year who was one of those dominating factors in that district. I believe it's District 15 6A. My bad. We are 13 6A. But, yes, very much so. It's going to come down to, if you look at the way both these teams played, good defense. There were a couple busted plays last week for College Park on their side of things on defense. But the fact that they were able to regroup, especially whenever defense was on the sideline talking to Coach Stephen Howard, letting him know, hey, that happened. That was just a couple seconds ago. Forget about that. We're going to regroup, make sure nothing really gets behind us. And since that, there weren't a lot of stuff that ended up getting behind that defense in that secondary. And not only that, the way that the defensive line is able to penetrate and get in there, plug up those holes, and even attack the quarterback. Not a lot of sacks happened, but they were making a lot of disruption, especially making Klein Kane having to break out of the pocket and get a lot of their receivers getting off their timing. So it's one of those things when you're going to be looking at what College Park's going to do. And I know that you actually got to see a lot of stuff from Conroe last week. So tell me about that offense and defense.
Well, that offense definitely, one of the big players that I saw last week was Alex Myers. And if you follow them on social media, you've seen that he's one of a big bruising running back, which it seems like they're going to be using him a little bit more in this new offense that they have, because they did get a new offensive coordinator this year, Bradley Chavez. And so it's really a mix of everything. Their current yards, they have 305 rushing yards and 389 passing yards. It's a very balanced offense. They like to do that classic, use the run to set up the pass, which for the pass, the one throwing the passes this year will be a familiar last name, Nunley. But this year it'll be Cameron Nunley, Christian's younger brother. And he has definitely tried to prove himself. He wants to prove himself, to prove that he's not just Christian's younger brother, but he is a capable quarterback to lead this team. And this is his first year starting varsity, but from what I've seen, he is really he has his potential. He has his potential to be this, and this is really, like I said earlier, this is his first test against this College Park defense.
Very much so, and I think we actually called the the Caney Creek Conroe game last year, and not only that, we got to see some reps from Cam whenever Conroe was taking a lead, and then we got to see Cam come in. They had to go back to Christian because Caney Creek decided, like, hey, we're not out of this game, and a couple of special teams blunders occurred. But just seeing what I saw from Cam at the time, as a sophomore coming in, taking some first-team reps, you have to see what you can do. And the fact now that it's his show, he's under center, he's running the things on offense. But I also want to see how much his presence in the pocket has developed, now being the lead guy, coming into the offseason and getting more of that. Especially in the offseason, you're going to be throwing to your guy. And I know you're looking at Elijah Harris, like, as your number one receiver, and I want to see this partnership and live tonight. I think that's what I'm really looking forward to.
All right. Well, yeah, that's definitely going to be a big connection there. There's going to be a lot of big connections for College Park. As we talked about, they love the air raid style. They love to throw the ball deep. And
Boy,
that'll
do
be
they.
interesting with this Conroe defense because Conroe, with their defensive ends, Alex Coy and Denzel Haynes, they can get pressure on the quarterback. So it's all going to depend on how much College Park, how much their O-line can be. And it's just going to be a really interesting game. But for right now, we're going to send you some sponsored commercials because without them, there would be no broadcast.
Imagine you are him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments, all in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Wood Forest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank, we're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Wood Forest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And like we were talking about earlier, this is going to be a very interesting game. And one of the interesting reasons why this will be a very interesting game is because even though it's early in the season, this is going to have major playoff implications, specifically in the tiebreaker department.
Oh, very much so. Just the fact that you have 4 undefeated teams in district right now, leading into district because there's, and going by where you lead in the points bracket, College Park is number 1 because they've scored the most points so far this season. And then just looking forward, you have Grand Oaks, the Woodlands at 2 and 3, and then Conroe at number 4. But the way that Conroe's been playing defense and not really scoring a lot of points, they're keeping everything close and they're keeping it competitive. But College Park, they actually played last week against a playoff contender, but it's going to see this big test tonight to see what they have in store against a defense like Conroe's. And also it's a big test for the Conroe defense to see what they can do against this style, this high-flying passing style. And I'm really interested to see, is this going to be close, low-scoring, high-scoring? We don't really know because it's still so early in the season.
And even though it is early in the season, one of the very interesting names that wasn't mentioned there was Willis. They lost to – who was it that they lost to?
I could pull that up real quick. Willis, they lost last week, and it was not even close. It was against Klein Collins.
Collins, it was 42-13 for Willis.
And Willis has a rookie not a rookie, but a freshman quarterback leading.
Yes, they do have a freshman quarterback, so that kind of leaves the question, could that open the door for some of these other teams, some of these, I would say, mid-level teams in the district like Grand Oaks, like College Park, like Conroe, to finally take that jump and jump Willis? As speaking of Conroe, here come the Tigers out onto the field.
And I know that we're about to have that hype video, but before that hype video goes, we need to talk a little bit about this College Park offense. Like, we've talked about how well that they played, but we didn't even mention the name of who's under center. Camden Hughes, junior quarterback, just lighting it up this season. I'm telling you, man. It's been one of those fun, great seasons for the junior. I'm looking at the numbers. He's thrown for 600.
As you just saw the hype video there, and we are now awaiting the entrance of the College Park Cavaliers. And here they come running out onto the field. The College Park Cavaliers, once again, as we mentioned, sitting at 2-0 on the season, undefeated, coming here into Week 1 of district play.
That's right, Big West. But the other thing, I was talking about Camden Hughes. 697 passing yards of the year, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and not only that, 3 rushing touchdowns. This offense lives and breathes by Camden Hughes. And not only that, he has these 3 top receivers that he likes to look to. Number 1, who's leading the district in receiving receptions and yards, that is number 11, Julian Cromartie, a junior no less. He has 305 yards on the season, 11 receptions, 3 receiving touchdowns. But we're about to do the national anthem, Wes. We'll give a little bit more about it, and we'll take that little break.
All right.
New York City first responders who made the ultimate sacrifice on that day, as well as all others who lost their lives on that day. CISD, College Park High School, Conroe High School would like to recognize the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard as they present the colors and represent all first responders of Montgomery County this evening.
All right, as we have our captains coming out for midfield here. Looks like for Conroe, it'll be James Kozlowski. Number 43, Dontavian Duckett. number 71, Rylan Stark. And we can get a number on the last one, that would be amazing. But for College Park captains are number 1, Jordan Stiles, number 8, Lane Legger. Legger.
Sorry.
Number 70, Cole
Conroe
Cook.
has
Number
won
4,
the toss.
Marco
Elected to
Beltran.
defer to the second
Number
half.
12, Camden Hughes. And number 74,
College Park
Brock Menzie.
will receive.
And there you heard it, College Park will receive, so we will see that high-powered offense led by Camden Hughes to start the first half.
It took a little bit last week for them to get a few things started on their side of things. Like their first drive ended with a 37-yard field goal. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight touchdowns. Looking at it, Hughes to Cromartie, Hughes to Stiles, Hughes to Snodgrass, Hughes to Sniles. They like to spread the ball around. Those 3 guys that I just mentioned, Cromartie, Stiles, and Snodgrass, you will see them get plenty of reps.
And no doubt that they will try to replicate their 2 wins from these past 2 weeks in dominant fashion here tonight against Conroe. Back deep to receive will be number 4, Marco Beltran, and number 11, Julian Cromartie.
And not only that, when you see number 4, Marco Beltran, he can return the ball. He had a couple special team return touchdowns last year. I believe that at least 2 of them were from punt returns, but if he gets a chance and he finds himself a lane, you will see him go all the way downfield and have those reservations for 6.
Nolan Bradbury to kick for Conroe, as we are all lined up and ready to start some district football. So now the kick is away. It's going to be a pooch kick. He's going to try to reel it in for a fair catch there at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that was Braden Claybaugh who was in there for the fair catch. Claybaugh did get a couple of returns last week on the signaling for the fair catch, but nothing less. You just want to go ahead and get the ball here. You have, 71 yards to get downfield? I think that's doable for this College Park offense. Ooh, and something unique. I see Beltran in the backfield.
It will be Beltran in the backfield with Hughes in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. It looks like we're going to have a flag. It looks like it's going to be a false start on one of the offensive linemen.
It was a fairly clean game last week for College Park. I believe they did end up getting more penalties towards the end of the first half, but they didn't get their first penalty until midway through that second quarter.
Referees are still huddled, so we'll have to see if it was indeed a false start, if there was something more. Because for a false start, you usually see they throw the flag and it's immediate. And to see maybe if it was on the defense, maybe the defense made them jump. So now we still get to witness the zebras in their natural habitat, congregated into a pack, great at communication.
Oh, don't make me laugh up here this early in the game. What are you doing, Wes?
False start. Offense number 62. He's moving forward. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Will be a false start, bringing up first down and 15 to start this game. Now it will be the same formation. Beltran still in the backfield. As he'll take the snap, and it will be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to try to bounce off some tacklers, but he won't be able to, and it will be swarmed at about the 30-yard line.
The 5-yard penalty already just gets 2 additional yards on that. Beltran coming out like a cannon, running hard between the center and tackle. I believe he was right in that A-gap.
We'll bring up second down and 8 here. It appears Beltran will stay in the backfield, but this time in a pistol formation. Hughes has a receiver to his left and 2 receivers to his right. Take the snap, another handoff. He's going to try to find some running room, but he won't get very much of it. Get about 3 yards.
And right there, Casey Stout, one of the guys on the Conroe defensive side of things who has been able to get more tackles and a little bit of one of those disruptors.
Bring up third down and 5 now. This Conroe defense does have some amazing players on it as now. We lined up in the shotgun. Beltran still in the backfield. He'll have a tight end to his right and 3 receivers to his left. He'll send his man in motion. He'll draw back to pass. He's going to try to step up in the pocket. He's being chased, and he's going to try to run for the first down, and he will get it and a little bit more all the way out to the 45-yard line. A first down run for Camden Hughes.
That was a very nice, unexpected play. You see from the replay coming up, there was some pressure coming on into his strong side, able to evade it, find the open field. Not only that, defense was playing man. You saw a little bit of zone, but mostly that tight man coverage, and that's where we end up getting that first down of the night for College Park.
Shotgun snap, another handoff to Beltran, and he will be smothered. No, he won't. He'll get a couple of yards there. Flags fly towards the back end of the play. This is very interesting. You know, on our roster, Beltran is listed as a defensive back.
Very much so, but if you know anything about Beltran and his career here at College Park, he can play offense, he can play defense. Not that much offense over the years, but he's a playmaker. You want to give him the ball, but I'm waiting to see what this penalty is.
We have 2 penalties on the play, 1 on each team. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 24. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 10. It'll be offsetting penalties. It's play count, second down.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties there. He'll bring up second down and about 7. So now it'll be interesting to see if this is only for one drive with Beltran, but he'll stay in the backfield. Pistol formation for Hughes. Receiver and tight end to his left, 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen at his right. He'll send his man in motion. Be another handoff. He's going to try to find some blockers, try to get to the outside, and he'll get into about the Conroe 49-yard line, set up about third and medium.
Third and medium, you're right. And the fact that Beltran was able to regain his balance after getting initially tackled. One of those players that just doesn't want to quit at all, but I'm a little curious where this pass game is right now for College Park.
Be third down and 5. College Park trying to get the play. Play clock is winding down inside of 10 seconds here, so they're going to have to hurry up. Now shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left and to the right. He'll take the snap, he'll drop back to pass. Conroe is sending pressure, a whole lot of it, and the pass will be dropped. The pass was intended there for number 10, Brian Snodgrass.
And you saw that the Conroe Tigers brought everyone in the kitchen sink on that blitz. Not enough time. And not only that, Hughes throwing off balance, not really set, and this is a great initial start for the game for this Conroe defense, really testing what the College Park offense has to do for the game moving forward.
Elijah Harris will be back to return the punt. Interesting to mention, last week he did return the opening kickoff. Now it looks like he might return it, and no, he's just going to let it bounce to almost, did he down it inside the 1? No, it will not. It will be a touchback. That was almost an amazing play there by College Park. It looks like they almost downed it exactly at the goal line.
Yeah, I am surprised that Caleb Cortez was able to at least get a hand on it, but just a bit short. And now we're going to get to see the Conroe offense come out, being led by number 12, junior quarterback Cameron Nunley. Does he go by Cam for short, or is it usually a Cameron?
I do believe he goes by both, so
okay.
Cam or Cameron. Now, something interesting to note here for Conroe, it would appear that their starting right tackle, Tate Rosso, is a true freshman, as now it looks like we will have a penalty, probably a false start.
A lot of these
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So that was a sophomore offensive lineman, Kingston Tupola.
So bring up first down and 10 for the Tigers. Nunley will be in the backfield. Myers is running back. 1 receiver to his right, 3 receivers to his left. Interesting to note, Nunley is a southpaw, so he's a left-handed quarterback. Now play clock winding down. Snap the ball, will be a handoff to Myers. He's going to try to find some running room, and he's going to get a little bit of yards, almost about the original line of scrimmage. But Myers, he is that power back that we have seen for Conroe so far this year, so he has that ability to get those extra yards.
And not only that, you're replacing Dramico Green, who was a senior last year. I believe he was a commit to SMU. But not only that, those are some big shoes to fill whenever you're replacing a leaving running back. But the fact of the matter is he's number one guy in the backfield for Conroe.
Same formation. Is going to be a quick pass to the outside. He's going to look to try to find some room. He's going to get a first down. Gain of about 15 yards there. Catch there by number 2, Caden Barnaby.
Yeah, Barnaby was wide open. He was able to get that bit of a out route close to the sideline. Plenty of space. Looks like the College Park corners are giving a little bit of protection, a little bit of cushion to allow this passing game to get something going for the Tigers.
Handoff to Myers. He'll get stopped right about the line of scrimmage.
And one thing about these College Park Cavaliers is they dominate in the trenches. They're able to stop the run. And while you can see a lot of this going on, it's still early. It comes down to how well your conditioning is leading into the season, those 2-a-days, and makes you really curious, like, who wants it more, who's hungrier more, who's got that bigger fight, especially on the defensive and offensive line side of things.
Nunley line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to your right at the top of your screen. He's going to take the snap. College Park is going to send a blitz. He's going to try to unload it deep here, and the pass will be just out of reach there. Pass intended for number 2, Caden Barnaby. Yeah. It looks like we do have a flag down at the back end of the play. Nunley had his helmet come off.
Roughing the passer, number 94 of the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. First down.
Roughing the passer there, as it will give them the first down. And like you mentioned, they did play a clean game last week. It's starting to see could penalties become a problem this week.
And that's one of those things that what coaches always want to make sure that you play good, clean, disciplined football. And this early, you got to be able to make these adjustments and get back to the game that you were intended to play, go on script. But you can't give up these kinds of free yards, especially whenever it's a second and long situation. That could have been a third and long, and now it's a fresh set of downs for the offense.
Low snap there, corralled by Myers, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards.
And since we didn't get a chance to really see a play like that develop, was he looking downfield, just keeping an eye on what kind of offense, what kind of defense was he reading there? Did you lose track of the ball, or was it just a low snap? It looked like it was a low snap, but could have been a pass that ended up having to turn into a run there.
Because something interesting here, it doesn't look like College Park is playing any high safeties, which is a very bold move for Conroe with the kind of receivers, with the kind of talent that they have. As Nunley will drop back to pass. He's getting pressured. He's going to look to unload it deep down the field, and it'll be incomplete. Pass intended there for number 3, Braylon Mills. Coverage there by number 4, Marco Beltran, who was playing running back the last drive. He's definitely seeming to be an Iron Man here for College Park.
Yeah, and whenever you see Beltran, while you're saying that these safeties are playing a little close, Beltran, he's got the speed that he could play really, really low in the defensive coverage. You saw that he was right there on Braylon Mills in the coverage game. So still early. I know that you're not as exhausted, but the fact that he is going both ways right now is very, very impressive.
3rd and long. Mills will be in motion. And they'll take the snap. Another low snap. Going to be pressured. He's going to look to try to tuck and run, and he'll slide at about the original line of scrimmage there. So bring up 4th down, and the punting unit will come on. So for these two high-powered offenses, back-to-back punts to start this game.
Yep, back-to-back punts. And with the way where Conroe's going to be getting off, they actually moved up the field a little bit, close to the same amount of yardage as College Park. And as we can see, Beltran's back to return. He's lined up around the 10. Really curious to see if Conroe's going to let the man run.
Be Garcia to punt for Conroe. Dendy to snapper. It's going to be a nice spiral punt there. We'll have to see if he will return it. He's going to choose to return it. He's at the 10. And he gets stopped at about the 16-yard line. Driven out of bounds there on the play by a whole horde of Tigers.
Yeah, he was there. Beltran got maybe 10 yards total on the return. It was inside the 10. And with the way that the coverage was pretty much getting close to Beltron. Could have been one of those chances that it might have been recovered and downed inside the 5. So it was one of those things, do I just go ahead and take the chance going upfield, get some yardage, or risk being pinned down inside of our own 5?
So now the College Park offense takes the field for their second drive. It looks like they will be giving Beltran a break, as it'll be number 20, Gian Del Val there, the running back there for this offense, is now Hughes, shotgun formation, or a shotgun formation, 1 receiver to his left, 3 to his right. Conroe showing their 4-2 defense that they like to run now. Looks like it's going to be an option play, an end around, and he's going to try to find some running room. Is he going to get a block? Yes, he is. He's at the 40, the 45, all the way downfield. A huge play there for number 1, Jordan Stiles, on the end around reverse option play, it looked like.
Very much so. One of your playmakers here for College Park, Jordan Stiles, getting that little pitch.
Olden on the offense,
man.
number 62. 10-yard penalty from the spotted foul, still first down.
And that is one of those things that you can't have happen, especially after a big game like that.
Once again, the penalty flags flying against College Park so far, as maybe that hold was a really good reason why that play sprung free, as it will be. Looks like they're awaiting the play. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Now he's going to snap. It's going to be a play action here. He's being pressured off the edge. He's going to look to try and run for it, and he's going to get to about the 27-yard line, 26, 27-yard line to bring up second down and short.
And the amount of pressure that the Tigers are able to put on Hughes right now, not enough time in the pocket. Really haven't seen many passes downfield. We've seen the reverses, we've seen some handoffs, but College Park isn't really much of a running team. They like to throw the ball, but if you don't have enough time in the backfield to allow your quarterback to let these plays develop, it could be a different story for this entire game.
It is a testament to Alex Coy, as now it's going to be a shot deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete there. Pass intended for number 11, Julian Cromartie. Great coverage there by number 24, Xavier Harmon.
It was a bit of an underthrow for Hughes, and the fact that you saw that Cromartie was trying to snag the ball right over Harmon, but Harmon getting his hand up, swatting at it. Nice little pass deflection.
As now, looks like it will be shotgun formation, 1 receiver to his left, a receiver and 2 receivers and a tight end. He's going to send his man in motion. Looks like it's going to be a design QB run here, and he's going to get almost to the first down. We'll have to see where they mark him. Looks like they're going to mark him a little bit short, and it will appear on 4th down and 1 that the punting unit will come out.
Yeah, for the Cavaliers, they are now 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, and that is something that if you want to try to clean up on the sideline.
It's now 4th down and 1 here. Be interesting if it is a true punt, or in this area, this is the area that you would see a fake. I have to see what College Park does, but it will be Harris to return. It's going to be a good punt. It's going to have a wonderful hang time, as Harris will try to return it, but he won't get very far from where he caught it. And I was going Blake on the name there earlier on one of those previous plays, but him blocking out the way reminded me of a little Dikembe Mutombo there. I was looking down the field for a little finger wag there. No, no, no.
You can't taunt. That's a penalty. You know you don't want to taunt here. They're not afraid to throw flags on taunts. You can't do that.
Unfortunately, you can't. It would be a lot more fun if they would let them.
It would, but, those are the types of things that even in the professional level, NFL, they're even cutting down on those taunts.
So now it'll be a handoff to Myers up the middle. He's a big bruising back, almost like an Earl Campbell you would type of see, where you can just hand it to him up the middle, off the edge, anywhere, and he'll try to run through anybody, and he'll get a minimum like 3 yards, and they're running a no huddle here, a hurry up. It'll be a quick pass outside, too low there for his intended receiver.
When you're talking about a big bruising style back, well, back whenever I was going to Conroe, I saw a player by the name of Rock Cartwright. I don't know if you remember that name, but he did go on playing for the former Washington Redskins, which are now the Washington Commanders, and he'd also played a little bit for the then Oakland Raiders, or were they LA? I can't remember. The Raiders have moved so many times in my lifetime. They've been to Oakland, to LA, back to Oakland, now in Vegas.
3rd and 6 is going to be a play action pass. He's going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield.
And looked like that
Sacked
was
by number 99, Jordan Grant, who we had starred on our rosters of somebody to look out for, and he's proving that we should have looked out for him, and so should the Cameron Nunley, but he didn't have enough time because he was able to get there in the backfield for the sack.
We were expecting a little bit more offense in this game so far, but 2 drives, back-to-back punts from both squads.
It's Garcia back to punt again for Conroe. Beltran once again to receive. He's backed up to about his own 20-yard line. Kick will be away. It's going to land, and looks like he's going to try to let it go, but no, now he's going to corral it. He's at the 25 and the 30, and he's going to get out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 33-yard line for College Park.
And one of the things you saw there from Beltran, that is kind of his MO a little bit. He will actually wave off his teammate, and whenever he sees that punt team start to die down a little bit, slow down, well, he never signaled for a fair catch. He's going to read where the ball bounces. He picked it up, and as you see, got at least a 10-yard return, maybe close to 15 on that.
Some high football IQ as Beltran will be back in the game at running back now. Hughes lined up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. It's 1st down and 10 here at the 34-yard line. Send his man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Beltran, and he will get 2 yards on the 3 yards on the carry there. Set up 2nd down and 7.
And again, really sticking to this ground game for College Park. We're still in the first quarter. We are less than 3 minutes, Wes, and it's still scoreless.
Yeah, it is still scoreless, and speaking of them sticking to the run game, that could be a testament to just how good Conroe's corners are and what they saw on film. I mean, you got Xavier Harmon, you got Stout, and you've got Kanye Smith. As now he's lined up, there'll be a play-action pass. He's going to get hit as he throws. We'll have to see if they rule it a fumble. No whistle yet, but now will be whistled dead as an incomplete pass.
3rd down.
Once again, Alex Coy, last year he was named the district defensive newcomer of the year, and he's proving right now that he is here to stay, and he could almost be an almost new Jaden Ramos type player for Conroe.
That'd be nice to see, especially for these Tigers, and really showing how effective both teams are on defense. It's one of those things. I guess it's going to be one of those defensive battles tonight, and got to see how well you're going to be able to protect your quarterback. And Hughes has been under pressure quite a bit tonight.
3rd down and long now. Hughes is going to look to throw. He's going to throw underneath. It's his man number 1, and he's going to get the 1st down.
Yeah, Styles. You need a completion. You're going to go throw it to your senior wide receiver, number 1, Jordan Styles, getting him right there at midfield, moving those chains.
Styles, we've seen him, Styles, on the year. Styles has 9 receptions for 207 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he is ready to fly tonight, as we saw there.
Styles need to get some style points tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's now 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to send his man in motion. Styles will be in motion. Play action pass again. He's going to look to unload deep down the field. Underthrown. Intended receiver on the play, Julian Cromartie.
Yeah, there was plenty of time in the pocket, even stepping into his throw. And one of those things about Cromartie, he is that deep threat, but unable to line up right there on the pass. That was a good, I'd say, 20 to 30-yard pass. And that's one of the things about College Park. They're not afraid to throw the deep ball. When they have time to throw, which you saw there, they usually connect on these. But unfortunately, this is, like you said, great corners for Conroe right now.
Great corners and great defensive ends. Now split back formation. Send his man in motion. It'll be a handoff to Beltran, and he will get swallowed up in the backfield for a huge loss on the play to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, that's Coey again. Is it Coy or Coey?
It's Coy.
Alex Coy, man. Yeah, he was able to be there in the backfield right away, just putting pressure on left tackle, which I believe is number 74, Brock Menzie. Menzie's getting a big test. And actually, he's guard, so that Menzie's your guard right now, but this defensive front for Conroe are really putting it to the College Park offensive line.
It's now shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. 3rd down and long. He's going to look to pass. He's going to find his man at about the 50-yard line. That's Julian Cromartie there. As it'll bring on 4th down, and once again, another punt.
Yeah, even though you're midfield, you don't want to risk anything. Go ahead, kick it downfield, try to pin him at least inside the 10. You were pretty close the last time you punt from your first drive. It's still early. It's still within the first quarter. They might even let this end because play clock and game clock are right neck and neck, and just a little curious if you're just going to let this die down.
And they won't. Mills back to return this time. He's going to signal for a fair catch, and he'll get it at about the 17-yard line. 1 second left on the clock, which means we'll get one more play before the quarter ends.
A little curious to see what they're going to do.
That's the end of the first quarter. Quarter.
We will not get another play, as now, surprisingly, at the end of this first quarter, 0-0.
Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gullo, Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. Shop GulloAuto.com.
All right, and we're starting the second quarter. What are some things that both of these teams need to work on to get those high-powered offenses moving here in the second quarter?
For College Park, it's being able to allow Hughes time in the pocket to make these throws. You've been relying on the run game a little bit. You're trying to establish the run to maybe open the field up a little more, which is kind of not really the bread and butter of College Park. And Conroe, this defense, they're not going to let anything get too far behind them. They're playing that press coverage. They're keeping at least one high safety. Now, on the offensive side for Conroe, you also got to try to establish this run. We can see that they're playing College Park. They're playing a little tighter up front, while you have Beltran as a safety. He's not playing too deep right now.
Now Nunley in the shotgun will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's being pressured. Now he's going to look to try to run for the first down, and he'll get about 5 yards on the scamper there. One thing to note here, both of these teams have these dual-threat quarterbacks, it seems. Nunley and Hughes are not afraid to run, and Hughes actually has 3 touchdowns on the run this year.
Yeah, and those have been a little bit of some improv on Hughes' behalf, because if he's not seeing anything downfield, he's just going to go ahead and keep it himself. And he was able to capitalize on that.
Myers tried to bounce it outside, but he's going to get tackled for a loss there, about a 2-yard up 3rd down and medium, which seems to be the bread and butter almost for these teams. It seems like it's always ended up in a 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 4, and a 3rd down and 6.
And 3rd and medium, it's been very challenging for both teams tonight. While they both have at least one 3rd down conversion, they're going to be pretty neck and neck on the stat sheet.
Just a testament to these two teams' amazing defenses. Now Nunley, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. College Park seems to be showing some pressure off the edge, and they will send it, and Nunley will get sacked there in the backfield. Number 21 on the play, James Carburis on the sack, which once again brings on the Conroe punt team.
Yeah, Carburis. That was more of a corner blitz because you had the safety protection, as you could see in the backfield. He wasn't even on the line, able to just find that lane, get to Nunley. But you had that protection, that high safety, able to make you think, oh, okay, we're going to be playing this man. Well, we're going to bring that corner blitz. We're going to catch you off guard. And that's just what College Park did, and draw out another long 3rd down, bringing up 4th down.
Garcia to punt, a little bit of a high snap. He will be able to get it away. The punt will land. It'll take a College Park bounce to about the 50-yard line. Or actually, they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line. Almost exactly at the 50 is where that punt landed. It'll be some good starting field position for this Cavalier offense. We'll have to see if they can capitalize.
Yeah, this is the best College Park has for field position leading into their, fourth drive tonight. All 3 punts. Compared to last week, they were actually – they've scored about 17 around this time last week with four drives.
As now they will be giving Beltran another break, as will be Duke Stevens as the running back. It's going to be a handoff. He'll get about 3 yards before being tackled by a whole host of Tigers.
Yeah, Stevens was usually the number 1 running back, but he wasn't starting at all in the first quarter. But it's good to see that Stevens is now getting some touches. And the way that Stevens has played, he has 4 receiving touchdowns. He's one of those little check down guys that Hughes will have. Maybe a couple swing passes, a couple screens, maybe even some wheel routes looking his way can open up this offense for College Park.
He does have 4 touchdowns on 7 receptions on the year. This will be a play-action pass. He's going to look to throw it deep, and he will find his man over the middle. That will be number 10, Brian Snodgrass, as now the two are wrestling for the football, it seems. We'll have to see if it was a catch or an interception.
Yeah, I think that they're going to go ahead and let Snodgrass have that one.
They will let him have it. This will be a first down. The best field position in general that any team has had, as College Park is at the Conroe 25-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone. So it'll be pistol formation, 1 receiver to his right, 2 to his left. It'll be a handoff. He's going to try to find some running room. Flag down on the play in the vicinity of where you would see a holding.
Holding. Offense number 70. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Should be
Correction. 10-yard penalty.
Yeah. So right now that puts them at 5 penalties in the first half alone. And you got to be playing more disciplined football.
Here comes first down and 20 for the Cavalier offense. Be the same formation for Hughes. Motion his man over in the formation. Be another play action pass. And now he's going to be on the run, throwing on the run. Incomplete pass. Good pressure there for Conroe by, that would be number 4, CJ Mooring.
Yeah, and if you're looking at everything, it's not only the pressure, it's what the secondary for Conroe is doing. They're not allowing anything in the coverage downfield. Keeping an eye all over that secondary. There's nothing there. Hughes trying to improvise a little bit, but great coverage by the defense.
Hughes, 2 receivers to his left and right. Take the snap. It'll be a handoff on first down or second down and 20, and he'll get about a yard to bring up a huge third down and long.
And while you were starting to find some momentum, setting a tone here with the 4th drive, now you have a 3rd in eternity. You know they're going to be throwing it, and what are you going to do with Conroe? Don't allow them to at least get close to that 25, because whenever it comes to Beckett Koch does have a leg for College Park. He did make a 37-yard field goal last week.
And if you look closely, those first down posts, they are in I-45 traffic right now, as he's going to find his man over the middle, but it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Styles, but he couldn't hold on to the football.
Yeah, and just a Don Pruitt right there, man-man coverage. But you might actually see the offense stay on the field right here, because it's kind of that no man's land.
Nope.
You know what?
Oh, no, they are going to send their offense back out on the field for 4th down and 19. But before that, we will get a timeout from College Park.
First charge timeout of the half.
That would be a very interesting decision if they were to keep their offense out on the field. Be a very interesting play call to see what they come up with, too.
Well, you don't have much in the playbook for 4th and 19. I'm curious, with the way that the coverage has been for this Conroe defense, what do you have? What have you seen that you can actually make a mismatch, actually have a blown coverage? What do you have in store? Because you're not giving Hughes enough time in the pocket to throw because of the defensive line, especially the guys coming off the edge for Conroe. But how tight the secondary has been, not allowing anything, not even creating any openings in the zone whenever they have play zone. It's been usually tight man, but there's been nothing there downfield.
Be very rare. We could also see we've seen teams at all levels use it before, a quarterback punt situation here. It's now 4th down and 19, and the Cavaliers will keep their offense out on the field. Pistol formation. As now will be Conroe calling a timeout.
Conroe, first short time of that.
Yeah,
So
Wes, this is crazy. I don't know, because it is kind of this. Sorry to step on you, my friend. It's kind of a no man's land. But why not just try to kick a high punt, try to get him pinned inside the 10? I don't know. I don't want to risk giving Conroe good field position here if they don't get anything. Or would you rather just, you're going to probably not convert this, at least try to get 10 yards to put him at the 25 at least?
Also, don't particularly want to kick a field goal here because this is a very long distance. Could have somebody return it, almost an Auburn, Alabama type situation where you could turn it for 6.
I don't see Coke having the leg for this. I can see him potentially trying for something over 40 yards, but if you even try this, it would have been over 50-yard attempt. I don't think that he's got that in. Would it be close to a 49-yarder?
So now,
yeah, it would have been potentially a 49-yarder.
Same formation. They will go for it here. 4th and 19. He'll send his man in motion. Take the snap. It's going to be an end-around reverse, a Philly special, it seems. He's going to throw to the quarterback, and he's going to convert on the play. What an amazing play. The classic Philly special there by the College Park offense. That is what you like to see. A trick play on 4th down and 19. This, ladies and gentlemen, is district play football.
Yeah, Coach Hooten in his bag right there, and I am impressed that you're able to convert a 19-yard 4th and long situation. Styles to Hughes. It's usually reversed. It's usually Hughes to Styles.
As now Hughes lined up in the shotgun, running back and the receiver to his right, 3 receivers to his left. He's going to look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to throw deep, and he falls down. He was wide open. Styles was wide open. Busted coverage there for Conroe.
The fickle turf monster strikes again. Nothing good happens whenever the turf monster wants to get in on the game.
Count that as 1 pass deflection for the turf monster there.
And this is a nice, I believe this is a new turf design here at the Woodforest Bank Stadium, especially right there at midfield. You used to have a little bit of the white in the sea. Now it's just a full blue sea.
So now send his man in motion. He's going to look to throw. He's being pressured. Now he's going to look for Styles again, and it looks like he will get to the 1-yard line.
Great,
which will be a 1st down and goal for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, great improv. I'm having trouble speaking tonight. Good by Hughes, able to extend the play, and Styles getting open. That's that connection that you have with your number 1 guy downfield. Getting another 1st down here for College Park, knocking on the door, trying to punch it in, get the first score of the night here.
Shotgun formation. Conroe seems to be sending everybody in the box. So now it will be a quarterback sneak. Will he be good and close enough? No, he will not. He will not get in on the push.
And Stevens was even to try to give him a little bit of that push, a little bit of a nudge to try to help him cross the plane, but unfortunate, everybody was locked in right there at the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 2nd down and 1, or less than 1. 2nd down and goal inside of the 1-yard line is where they spotted the football. As they are getting the play from the sidelines. Once again, Conroe with a goal line defense. Hughes will be under center. He's going to look to push forward again. He's going to reach over, and he will be in for a touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the season puts the Cavaliers up 6-0 Conroe here in the second quarter here at Woodforest Bank Stadium in the Woodlands, Texas. And now we get to see this amazing light show that they have now also implemented here at this stadium.
Yes, and that was a risky play there, reaching with the ball exposed, but Hughes was confident, got the rush, and College Park strikes first.
It'll be number 80, Beckett Cook, for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. Sent into the second deck here of that building right next to the stadium. I remember last year they had a couple of kicks go onto the roof, actually.
Yeah, I think that was on the Woodland side of things. The name is escaping me right now, but I believe he was a verbal commit to Iowa. I don't know if he Starzik. I believe it was Starzik. So I don't know where he ended up. I can actually look that up during halftime to see what we can find out. But, yeah, good drive, midfield, able to get 49, 50 yards into the end zone. Big, huge gamble on that 4th and 19. Paid off. Just great drive there from College Park while there were some penalties, but able to shake it off, get downfield, finally capitalize and get the first score tonight.
And on that trick play, Conroe fell for the cheese, and College Park took the steak on that Philly cheesesteak almost play, the Philly special. It's now interesting kicking formation, it would seem, for College Park. Unless
I
it
think
was
they were
just
just
their
waiting on
pre-kick.
Coke to tee it up.
All right.
And also, Coke sometimes favors the left hash. Him lining in between the hash marks, this is an interesting technique.
24, Xavier Harmon, and number 3, that'll be Braylon Mills back to receive for Conroe. Let's not forget Conroe receives the ball at the end of the half, so they can score here. That could be big. So now the kick is away, and Mills will let it sail into the end zone. Nice kick there by Cook, as now the Conroe Tiger offense will start at their own 20-yard line. Correction, their own 25-yard line.
I'm a little curious what Conroe has in store coming back. You punt 3 times. You have a nice, well-rested offense. Let's see what this rookie offensive coordinator has in store with Coach Chavez, see what he can dial up for this offense.
As now will be an interesting formation here for Conroe. Yes, now will be a handoff to Myers up the middle, trying to push the pile there for a couple extra yards. They'll get 5 yards there. That's what I love to see on some of those run plays, where all the offensive linemen get behind them, and it's just a rugby scrum almost of the defense pushing one way and the offense pushing the other.
And you were talking about Myers being that power back, showing a bit of some Marshawn Lynch there, a little beast mode action.
Now, another handoff to Myers. No, it will be a keeper by Nunley, and he will slide before getting hit.
A little curious if you were going to do the RPO, and now Nunley got nowhere on that.
As another 3rd down and 4 for this Conroe Tiger offense. They've been running the split back formation with Shane Patterson also in there. As now will be another quarterback keeper by Nunley, but he will get annihilated in the backfield by number 98, R.J. Wims, as he smokes Nunley in the backfield.
Yeah, and that's Coach Howard with his defense, letting them know on the College Park side of things, just a matter of time, we are going to attack the quarterback, and case in point right there. It's going to be another punt here for Conroe.
Another punt for Garcia, as it will be Beltran back to receive at his own 30-yard line. So the kick is away. It'll land at about, let's see what he does. He's going to corral it, He's at the 40. He's trying to make some men miss. He's got some open field. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. He's got a cascade of blockers, and he's going to beat them all to the end zone. What a return there for number 4, Marco Beltran. A punt return, housing the kick, looking like Devin Hester, Cordero Patterson, Deion Sanders, all of them combined into one man, and his last name is Beltran, and he will put on another 6 points on the board for College Park.
Wow. What did I say earlier in our broadcast? Beltran, 2 return kicks, both punt returns last year, and showing this exactly what he does. He will make the team think that I'm not going to return this. Got a good bounce, able to capitalize and get a special teams touchdown.
Special teams can make or break a team. Now it'll be Koch on the kick. Snap a little high, but the kick will end up being good.
But here's this replay off the punt and gets it moderate into College Park territory, returning it right around the 26, 27, and Beltran able, great vision, reading where his blockers are, just a little seam, little crease, slippery hips into the end zone for, what was that? Let's say it was about a 75 to 78 punt return for a touchdown.
It's now, it will be the kicking unit that will be sent on. Seems like special teams, that could be a big play in this game. The way that both of these offenses have been working, where it's been punt, 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 that punt return for a touchdown, that could be one of the major, almost game-winning plays if College Park can keep this lead.
And not only that, you have multiple facets of the game. You have offense, you have defense, and special teams. And the way that you're trained on special teams, they also make plays. They are impact players. Just because you don't see as much playing time on the field, you still have to do your job and act. That's what College Park just did.
So it'll be a pooch kick, but they will return it. Going to try to find some room, but he won't get very much of it. And it looks like they will mark him forward progress at the 35-yard line. So some good starting field position for Conroe. We'll have to see what they can do with it here.
Yeah, and what's been hurting Conroe is, like, the previous drive was a 3-and-out. It's the time of possession. They both are fairly rested, offense and defense coming back. You just want to see what you're able to do. You had a little bit of time on the sideline. How are you going to regroup? Coach Chavez needing to get something going here for this Conroe offense, because you're now down 14, but you do get the ball back in the second half.
Split back formation, fumbles the snap, and once again, it will be Wims in the backfield to tackle Nunley, as that'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
And that's something you don't want to see. You got to allow the play to develop, but if you are having these low snaps, or even if Nunley's back there hearing those footsteps, getting a little rattled, that's going to affect you. You're going to have right in between your ears, you're going to get in your head a little too much. You just have faith and confidence in your offensive line and let the play develop.
So now it'll be a handoff to Martin. No, it'll be a play action, and it hits right off the hands of Braylon Mills.
And Mills was wide open. He had plenty of time. I know it's just a quick, you're not even stepping back and getting set in the pocket. You're allowed to, Nunley's was able to at least get his feet set, but with this run pass option, with this quick play RPO, now you're 3rd and deep yet again, and your offense has been on the field for less than 20 seconds almost.
And one interesting thing to note here, they have been using number 22, Shane Patterson, as almost a fullback here, which you love to see the fullback being revived in football. As now Nunley will look to throw, but he won't have enough time at all. Number 25, Luke Harrison. Or no, correction, that will be number 26, Bryce Cooper on the sack there.
Yeah, and as you were talking about, keeping number 22, Shane Patterson, in the backfield for Conroe, they're needing to give him extra protection, and it's still this front four for the Cavaliers. They're getting through this offensive line for Conroe. It's a battle of the trenches, and the fact that you're giving Beltran a little bit of a break. You see Cromartie back there, but Cromartie has speed, and he can even return 1-2 if he needs to.
So now the ball will bounce, take a little bit of a roll, to the 40, look like the 44-yard line is where they will mark it. But it's been a story of the game. Conroe and 3 and outs is what it seems. It seems like it's been 3 and out punt, 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 punt for the past couple of drives.
Yeah, they've been able to at least get a few first downs, but not many. They've only had 2 first downs so far tonight. Maybe it's 3, but from what I've seen, what I've been keeping track of, I believe it's only been 2. While College Park, 5 first downs, even the 4th down conversion, but they were 1 and 4 on 3rd down.
This will be a run up the middle. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside, but he will get thrown down there by number 5. That will be Kanye Smith there on the tackle.
And Stevens trying to get something going with the run game. Not really much there because this defensive line for Conroe, they are also playing really well. There's only been 1 special teams touchdown and 1 offensive touchdown. The defenses are still keeping Conroe in the game.
It was Smith and Hinojosa there on the tackle, actually. Send his man in motion. It'll be a play-action pass. He's going to look to throw it deep. Wobbly pass. And it'll be incomplete. The referees will rule that that ball was uncatchable as he was looking way downfield there for number 1, Jordan Stiles.
Yeah, Casey Stiles, high safety. Stiles had him beat, but with the throw that Hughes had, that was a big underthrow. Wasn't able to really step into that throw, and that could have been another big play there for College Park.
So we have seen College Park not afraid to throw downfield.
Not at all.
But they haven't been able to connect so far. Now 1 receiver to his right, 3 to his left. He's going to take the snap. Conroe looks like they're going to send pressure. He's going to have all day to throw, and he's going to find some man. He's got open space. He's got 1 man to beat, and he will beat him, and he will go all the way into the end zone. No, he will not. They were going to mark him out of bounds. Other ways, an amazing play there for Duke Stevens.
Yeah. No, it's not a touchdown. They are going to say that he was out of bounds at the 22.
We love a man who's honest. Thank you, PA announcer, for being honest.
He is keeping him honest tonight. But he got his moment. But, yeah, Stevens right there stepped out of bounds at the 22, and the line judge doing his job like he's supposed to.
So now, good field position here. He's going to look to throw again. He's going to throw on the run, but it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, he's looking for Snodgrass again. We might have a official timeout coming in right here.
We got timeout for an injury.
But we're just 3 minutes shy of the 2-minute timeout also. So it's a little extra time here for both teams. And I know it's summertime. Well, it's still summertime weather, no less. Can be cramping up a little bit out here. Make sure that both teams are staying hydrated. That's the big thing, is making sure, especially in this Texas heat, you want to be sure that you're conditioned well, but also your nutrition's there, getting your hydration, because Texas summers, they're no joke, Wes.
And I just want to say, that was an amazing class act right there by number 1, Jordan Stiles. He saw the man down, and he didn't go over to his team. He went over to check on him and try to help what seemed to be, what did appear to be a cramp almost. That's him being a good person right there.
We're all about good sportsmanship here.
Coach is going to see that in film, and he's going to be very impressed, I would say.
But I know that it's still Thursday night here. Not a lot of activity going on in the district yet. But we can give you a couple of heads up of what's been going on within the district. I think I can pull that up real quick for you, Wes, see where we're at. Sometimes this internet can be a little slow up here in the press box. But right now, yeah, the only live games for tonight right now in the district is just Conroe and College Park. Everybody's going to be playing tomorrow night under those Friday night lights.
And tomorrow night, the 2 games that we will be streaming here on this channel and on our sister channel will be Grand Oaks in the Woodlands and Caney Creek and Willis.
Yeah, senior quarterback Grant Smith for Grand Oaks. He's been getting some looks from some schools, and after seeing how he's played for Grand Oaks and pretty much growing up in this area, I really want to see if he can lead that Grand Oaks, those Grizzlies, to their first playoff berth.
Their first playoff berth
in school history.
In school history, which their school has only been around for, I believe, this year will mark 7 years. So that is amazing, especially in this district and especially with this competition for them to make playoffs. You got to remember, this district does have 4 playoff spots, and whoever wins this game could very well take one of them. As now Hughes will drop back to pass. He's going to look over the middle. He's going to find his man for a first down or just short. No, they're going to give it to him. That will be number 10, Brian Snodgrass.
2-minute timeout.
But good presence in the pocket there from Hughes. You were seeing that you were getting under pressure. The fact of the matter, he was able to just continue to keep an eye on his lead guy. Number 1 target for that one was Snodgrass. That was in the playbook. And they like to spread the ball around. You're starting to see the offense for College Park, this passing offense, open up a little bit more because later in the game, the battle of the trenches, you're getting tired, and if your defensive line is starting to get a little winded, you're not going to be able to get to the quarterback as often as you have been earlier, and you're going to create some openings, especially in the secondary with how fast these wide receivers can be.
In Conroe, they have done a good job of rotating their defensive linemen. It's one of the things that they even did last year. Even when they had Jaden Ramos out there, they still liked to rotate. That's how Alex Coy got so many reps and how he was able to get that Defensive Newcomer of the Year award for the district is because they love to rotate. It's one of Coach Hardiman's main principles is trying to get as many reps for as many guys as possible.
That's something you like to hear.
Result of that play brought up a first down for the Cavaliers. First attempt.
So now 2 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. A formation that they seem to like to go to a lot is he's going to send his man in motion. Bring 3 receivers to his right. It's going to be a quick pass, a screen almost, but he will be blown up in the backfield as there we go. A 2-yard loss there by Kanye Smith there on the tackle. Not the old Kanye, that's the new Kanye right there.
And looking for Tate Chwanek. We haven't really called his number much tonight, but Chwanek, you're going to find him in the backfield. Sometimes they like to go with a Wildcat-style offense. They haven't done it much this season, but Chwanek is one of those guys you will see. You'll line him up as a receiver. You'll line him up wide, line him in the slot. Sometimes you'll even see him at running back.
He is listed as an athlete on our depth chart, as now Hughes is going to look to throw on the run, and it will be an amazing catch there in the end zone for number 10, Brian Snodgrass, climbing the ladder, reaching up to the heavens, and pulling down the football.
Snodgrass getting another touchdown. That connection that he has with quarterback Camden Hughes, something you love to see. But, yes, as you said, going up to the heavens, whenever you're that wide receiver tight end hybrid, you have that height. And whenever you can outreach your corner or safety, whoever, that defensive back, nothing better.
As now will be Koch on the kick. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good to give College Park a lead of 21-0 here with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the second quarter. A flag at the very end of the play.
Most likely going to be some unsportsmanlike if it's that far back. Kind of curious what the referees saw.
Illegal participation, 12th man on the field. That penalty decline, extra point good.
So Conroe had 12 people on the field on their field goal block team. So we are getting another replay of that play. It goes back to those improvisations that you were talking about earlier. That is one of those improv runs. He saw the pressure. He was able to escape, but he was able to almost scramble drill, find his man downfield.
Yeah, and how Hughes, I'm still having trouble saying that word tonight. But the way that he can improv and extend a play and allow Snodgrass, he was open in the end zone, found him, good connection there, and it's been all College Park here in the second quarter.
Mills and Harris will be back to receive for Conroe.
Taking off for the Cavaliers is number 39, Lincoln Wilson.
Lincoln Wilson to kick for the Cavaliers. And he's got the ball teed up in a weird way. This could be, as now he changes it.
Well, last week I believe that Wilson was able to get a little bit of a pooch onside kick that they did end up recovering. But it looks like they're changing their mind.
Looks like it will be a pooch kick. Will be returned by Conroe. He's going to try to find some room, find some blockers, and he's going to get some, and he's going to get out to the 37-yard line. A good return there for Conroe.
Yeah, Xavier Harmon was going to the opposite side of the field, trying to at least create some room, try to find an edge and get at least a return, trying to find some life, get a little bit of positive yardage here. And Conroe is in desperate need to try to get something here with the last minute and a half.
1 minute and 5 seconds left for Conroe to work with. It's now Nunley. Will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw it deep down the field, and it'll be incomplete. Intended target there, number 15, Jackson Taylor.
Yeah, that was Jonah Dinn. Pretty much playing tight coverage.
That was some amazing coverage there by Dinn. Now, that's interesting to see. Will we see Conroe start taking more of those deep shots, especially with so little time left on the clock? It's now 3 receivers to his left and 1 receiver to his right for Nunley. He'll take the snap. He's got time. And no, he doesn't. He's going to be pressured and he fumbles, but he's going to recover it himself, and he's going to slide down at about for a loss of 2 yards there. In Conroe, they just seem to keep on going backwards almost every single drive.
Just shows how effective that this defense has been playing for College Park. I'm just a little curious. You took not afraid to throw the deep ball on first down.
So now it'll be a screen pass for the running back Myers. He's going to try to find some room. He's going to get the first down. And he's going to get to about the 49-yard line of Conroe. 10 seconds left on the clock, and Conroe will take a timeout.
Timeout, Conroe. Second short timeout there.
You're able to get the first down, take the timeout. You still have 2 to go with. Makes you wonder, are you able to at least get yourself into field goal range, which from your experience working and seeing some of these Conroe games, how well does the kicker, how well is his leg?
Well, this is a new kicker that they have this year.
Okay.
Zach Morgan was their kicker last year. I do believe he transferred to a different school. Either he transferred or he graduated, but I can't remember him being a senior. So for Conroe to get into field goal range, would probably have to get down to about the 25 or the 20-yard line, it would seem.
Okay.
And right now, they're about 29 yards away from that as they take the field again after the timeout. Be interesting to see if College Park, they're having 3 men back there to defend the goal line. One of those men being Jordan Stiles out there on defense. Stiles and Cromartie back there to defend the goal line. So now they're going to send 3. He's going to find his man. He'll get out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the clock.
If you're looking to try to get points on the board, quick pass to the sideline. That's what you need to do. As you can see, College Park is playing deep. They're not going to let anything go for the end zone. If you have 3 seconds, if you can get set, at least get maybe 6 yards, get out of bounds, take a chance. I know it's a very, very deep shot, but maybe you can get some points on the board if you have faith in your kicker, which I believe is Noah Bradbury.
And Nunley's going to look to pass. Time is going to be intercepted as time runs out. That was number 21, James Carburis there, as that will end the first half of this game with College Park leading 21-0 here at Woodforest Bank Stadium in wonderful The Woodlands, Texas.
Yeah, great interception there from Carburis. But yes, Conroe's going to get the ball back to start us off in the second half, and we hope that you are going to enjoy the halftime festivities. The Conroe Tiger Band and the Golden Girls are going to start us off, and then it'll be College Park's band and their drill team as well. But Wes, it's been an interesting first half, especially the second half of the second quarter.
Yeah, it was very interesting there. Seems like College Park really has stepped into their groove. We'll have to see what happens at halftime or what happens after halftime here to see if Conroe can get back into this game, because we've seen it before to where there's still another half of football left to be played. And if I know this Conroe team, they know that there's another half left to be played. And they know that there's still 24 minutes for them to make up for that 21 points.
Very much so. So please enjoy the halftime festivities. We will be back right before the second half starts, and we will go over a few things, what we liked, what we hope to see from both squads, and enjoy yourself, and we will be back shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Introducing the pride of Conroe, the Conroe High School Golden Girls. The Golden Girls are under the direction of Director Morgan Dresser and Assistant Director Henry Britton. The Golden Girls would like to recognize Ben Law, Center for Justice Research, Chiropractic, Decobrave Digital Design Studio, Dickens Delivery Service Incorporation, Sutter and Crew, Texas Solar and Moving for being top title sponsors for the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you, sponsors, for your support. Spirit Girl of the Week is Emily Castillo. Golden Girl of the Week is Michaela Pineda. Military Officer of the Week is Faith Johnson. Teacher of the Week is Dr. Neighbors. Social Committee members are Madeline Ellington, Sabrina Sarmiento, Head Chairman Camille Ringwald. Military officers are Lieutenant Colonel Camden Cartwright, Lieutenant Colonel Faith Johnson, First Lieutenant and J Mentor Lauren Clark, and Colonel Maya Lantang. Tonight, the Golden Girls will be performing a kick routine to Kings and Queens. Take it away, Golden Girls!
traditions in Texas since 1900, award-winning Conroe High, under the leadership of Principal Dr. Tasha Smith, along with Dr. Ted Landry, interim superintendent of Conroe ISD. Celebrating 129 years of excellence, together proudly present one of the oldest bands in Texas as it celebrates its 96th birthday this year. Please give a big welcome to the legendary Conroe Tiger Band! Section of the week, the Clarinets. Today, the band presents its concert show entitled Big and Bright, featuring the music of Eric Copeland and James Newton Howard. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating an award-winning band tradition since 1929, please welcome the legendary Conroe Tiger Band! Conroe High, one of the greatest high school traditions in Texas, has entered titles and championships in every activity offered in every decade since 1900. We celebrate our past while working toward the future. Conroe High, a proud tradition of excellence for 133 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Conroe Tigers band would like to welcome the Peak and Stockton Junior High as they perform Tiger Boogie. And now, for the Conroe alumni and faithful everywhere, stand proud and rejoice in the greatest high school fight song of all time. Celebrating America's greatest generation from 1947, here is Ed Cannon's Tiger Boogie! On behalf of Conroe High, we wish the student body, faculty, and staff of College Park High School and great school year as we wish the College Park Band success at contest. The band is under the direction of Chase Giddings, Abraham Nunez, Jake Rollins, Michael Henson, and Jonathan Langford. Conroe High, great students, great schools, great parents, a great community. We are Conroe. Sick 'em, Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight to your viewing pleasure with the award-winning programs of the College Park Cavalier Marching Band, College Park Reveliers, and our featured twirler, J.C. Conway, under the coaching of Kaylee Mickey and Madison McCurdy. The regular officers are Major Kayla Sickles, Lieutenant Major Addison Belcher, Junior Lieutenants Brooke McGrath, Lily Rickenbach, and Elise Travis. Social officers are President Reagan Davenport, Vice President Samantha Tooley, Spirit Chair Holly Henshaw, Secretary Val Mesa, and new member liaisons Quinn McDonald and Lizzie Stousey. Our rookie of the week is Olivia Dewar. The Spirit Girl of the week is Emily Clements. And the Revelator of the week is Giselle Ashford. Revelators undressing Miss Allison Lowry and Hillary Bricker. Tonight, Revelators are performing their halftime pom routine to September. Take it away, Revelators.
Rev it up!
Let's hear it for our College Park Revelators and our junior twirler, Casey Conway. Ladies and gentlemen, now forming on the Wood Forest Stadium field is a 240 member strong Mighty Captain Marching Band. Award-winning Cavalier Band under the direction of Mr. Jeff Boring. Assistant Band Director is Mr. Aaron Owens. Percussion Director is Mr. Rob Zavala. And the Color Guard Director is Mr. Fernando Rodriguez. Your Cavalier Band drum majors are Owen Herring, Alexander Harris, Ella Wagner, and Derek Walker. Our section of the week is the Trumpets. Tonight our band's exciting show you parts 1 and 2 in our 2025 show titled Glow. And now get ready to enjoy a great show. It's just time to watch these great young men and women perform for you the sights and sounds of the award-winning Captain Marching Band. We hope you enjoyed the show and get ready for a great second half and go Cats!
As out come the Tigers here, hopefully rejuvenated after a little halftime pep talk, I should say, by Coach Hardiman. They're currently down 21-0 to College Park.
Yeah, Wes, it's a little interesting. You know, when you go into the locker room, especially at halftime, you get that break. It's a lot of the scheming which you're going to be able to do to try and regroup. And since Conroe gets the ball back, I'm really curious to see what you're going to do, what kind of adjustments you're going to make on the offensive side of things, because not only you're not giving him enough time in the pocket, he's getting under pressure. And even when you're looking over at Myers, he's been able to have some effective runs. But if we're looking at the numbers, let's look alone just right at Conroe. Conroe has only had 3 first downs tonight. College Park has been able to convert and get 7 out of. And while early, if you're looking at the scoring drives or just looking at the drives in general, they were pretty much neck and neck all across the stat board. College Park's first drive, punt. Conroe, punt. Second, punt, punt. Third, punt, punt. But then it was where you had the nice field position for the punt for College Park, where they were able to at least get 49 yards. And even it was after that 4th down play, which kind of really changed, that 4th down conversion, that 4 and 19, being able to have the trickeration from Styles to Hughes getting that conversion and getting into the red zone, showing that this is the College Park offense. While it took us a while to get things going, we finally were able to find ourselves and capitalize and score on that one. And then you're able to draw another punt on Conroe. And not only that, playing three facets of the game: offense, defense, now in special teams, Beltran, getting that 75-plus yard punt return. And it's been all College Park since late in the second quarter.
That it has, and with them having a little bit of a lead now, and with them showing that they're not afraid to get a little tricky with it, we'll have to see if maybe they reach back into the bag of tricks and pull something maybe crazier out that we haven't seen. You mentioned earlier that they do like to run a little bit of wildcat with Tate Chawanek.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we see a little bit of that there. You know, with a little bit of a cushiony lead, coaches, they do like to try some stuff out that maybe they have in mind for later in the season.
Very much so, and we're about to we're about to start playing again. Like, it's usually we have about a minute left, but I think that they're just going to go ahead and bypass that. This has been a fast-paced game, and I probably just jinxed it now. I can be a bit of a jinx. If you've been listening to any games I've done over the years, yeah, it's been quite of a jinx I could do. Like, oh, fairly disciplined game. Oh, there's a bunch of penalties.
Koch's kick is away. It will be returned by the Tigers. Trying to find some blocks, but it'll slip at about the 13-yard line. Let's put that down for now. A tackle and a pass deflection down for the Turf Monster.
Yeah, the Turf Monster making his presence already in the second half. Very interesting. That was a returnable kick right there at the 3. Had himself quite a lane. I think that Mills maybe could have gotten to the 25, maybe even the 30.
Mic check.
But very interesting enough, and see what Coach Hardman and Coach Chavez have told in halftime to this offense, because as you can see, they're lining up with 4 receivers right away.
First down and 10 at their own 14. Quick pass. It will be incomplete. Hit the ground there. His intended receiver there on the play appears to be number 9, Josiah Cirillo.
Yeah, Nunley was throwing pretty quick, got set, but an underthrow. And as you can see, they kind of made a little bit of a change with, they only were bringing 3, maybe 4 on that play from College Park.
So now second down and 10. It'll be a handoff. No, it'll be a keeper by Nunley. And Nunley will be wrapped up in the backfield for about a 1-yard loss, as it looks like they're going to mark it. And now here comes up third down and long for the Tigers.
And yet again, it's what the front defensive line has been doing for College Park. They've been able to put pressure on Nunley, and nothing really there. He had to just try to keep it himself and got brought down.
Now Nunley getting the play from the sideline. 2 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Shotgun formation as they've kept it all game. Looks like the College Park Cavaliers could be sending a blitz, and they will. They'll send 5. No, they'll drop 1 man back into coverage. He's under pressure. He's going to get his throw out, but the pass is not going to be the receiver. It's going to be to about a 3-yard gain. And once again, to start the second half, a 3 and out for the Conroe Tiger offense.
Yeah, this will be the 7th time that Conroe's going to be punting tonight. The only reason why they haven't punted 8 times is because, well, in regulation, they threw the interception. They were trying to get something going. But it's been hats off to this College Park defense. They came here to play tonight. They want to make a statement right here in district play. They want to be on top and try to actually win district this season.
Now the punt is away. It will be Beltran to return, but he won't return it, and it'll go out at the 44-yard line for this College Park offense, still led by number 12, Camden Hughes, who has had himself an amazing game so far.
Hughes, he has the rushing touchdown. He has the touchdown pass. Little slow start for him, throwing some incomplete passes. The Conroe defense has been able to get pressure on him early, but as this defense has been on the field a whole lot longer, they haven't had enough time to regroup and recoup and get fresh legs, even though that they do make a few substitutions. But whenever you're allowing Hughes to have time in the pocket, and let these plays develop, he's been able to capitalize.
Let me just bring up that with those 2 touchdowns, it brings him to 16 on the year through 3 games. So now he's going to look to pass. It's being chased. He's going to have time to throw. Wide open man down the field. And there he goes for number 17 on the season. Number 0, Duke Stevens, wide open. Busted coverage as now it looks like
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 55. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Very unfortunate there with the busted coverage. They actually had another play like that happen last week.
what would have been the 17th touchdown on the year in total for Hughes ends up in a 5-yard penalty. Looked like it could have been on those kind of almost RPO play action type plays. Offensive line sometimes gets off their block too quickly, gets downfield.
And I don't think it was really him looking for Stevens. It was that improvisation. He was able to see Stevens get open and was able to look for his man.
Now it looks like we're going to have a false start. So we wait for the officials' call.
False start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So now it's first down and 20 here for the Cavaliers. Back-to-back penalties to start off their first drive coming out of halftime. It's now getting the play from the sideline. Hughes will line up. 2 receivers to his right, running back, and 2 receivers to his left. Conroe's defense will shift. Be a high snap, but he'll be able to corral it, and he'll be able to get the pass off to number 11, Julian Cromartie there.
A little underneath throw to Cromartie. It was open. See if we can at least get something off the screen and positive yards. Nothing wrong with that.
Bring up about second down and 16. Second down and 15 correction. Now same formation, but the running back to his right. Moves him over. Now it's a snap. Option play there. And Stevens will run to about the 47-yard line as well. They'll mark him out. As now it brings up a very good 3rd and manageable. Even though it's 3rd and long, it's about 3rd and 7. This could be a glimpse of hope here for this offense.
Put you there, yeah, better field position now, right there at midfield, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Probably looking for maybe Snodgrass right there in the slot. As you can see, they're lining up with 3 receivers at the top of the screen.
3 receivers, Snodgrass will go in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him. He's being pressured, but he's going to find his man again. Stevens, he's at the 25, the 20, and he's going to cut back inside, and he's going to be dragged down at the 5-yard line. Ozzie Quintanilla on the tackle, but that is still a huge gain for Stevens.
And let's watch this replay here.
We have timeout for an injury.
And that was actually a replay of the pitch from earlier, so we don't get to see the pass play.
The city of Shenandoah. Shenandoah's great location, quality hotels, and variety.
And that is actually an interesting detail that I'm just now seeing is that College Park has the American flag in their logo on their helmets.
Well, let's go back real quick. We'll talk about the American flag for 9/11. But, yeah, here's the play. Snodgrass was in motion, and it was a bit of a wheel route from Stevens. And then wide open, getting, as you said, the cutback inside the 5, brought down, trying to find another receiving touchdown of the year. But, yeah.
So now it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. It'll be Hughes, 3 receivers to his right. It's going to be a screen pass to Styles, who's going to stiff arm a man, but he's going to get ankle bitten right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that was Caden Williams there for Conroe playing very tight coverage on Styles. Styles usually can find or make a man miss or even just stutter step try to confuse the defensive back, but right there, great coverage there from Williams.
Now 2nd down and 5. He's going to drop back to pass. He's being pressured, but he won't go down. He still won't go down. He's trying to find his man open. Cross-body throw! Touchdown for the Cavaliers. And that is number 10 there on the reception, Brian Snodgrass. 2 touchdowns on the day for him, and that brings Hughes to 17 touchdowns on the year.
That's something you love to see from Hughes, and we're going to circle back with the replay following the extra point, but I just want to show this breakdown and the great play under center from the quarterback position there from Hughes.
After the play, personal foul, defense. The penalty being enforced on the next kickoff. The result of the play, touchdown.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, but the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. As now it will be Koch on for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good to give College Park a 28-0 lead here with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
And we're about to see the replay come back up for the touchdown for the 5 yards. So Hughes, under pressure, able to evade 2 tackles. Watch him get reset here, finds the man wide open, throwing into coverage no less, near 2 receivers, but the trajectory, the line, finding Snodgrass. Gets another touchdown, and look at it. It's 28-0 here in the 3rd.
It's 28-0. And this already, I'm just going to mention this one more time. In 3 games, technically 2 games in 2 quarters, Hughes has 17 touchdowns in total.
And no interceptions.
There are some quarterbacks who don't even get that in a season here in high school football or in professional football. He is on pace currently for what seems to be a record-breaking season.
He could potentially be in the district offensive player of the year for district if he keeps up at this pace. Well, 4 have been on the ground. The other 14 have been in the air.
So now the kickoff will be from the 45-yard line of Conroe because of the penalty. So the kick will be a pooch kick, and it will be touched by College Park, almost recovered on the onside kick. It was almost Snodgrass again who got his hands on it.
And you saw him hit his helmet afterwards. Like, that one's on me, guys. I thought I had my hands on it. And especially with the way that these gloves are nowadays, it's easy to grip stuff, but sometimes that football, that odd-shaped pigskin, can be a little slippery at times.
So now here comes the Conroe offense. Nunley will have Myers in the backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Cavaliers not showing a blitz this time. They'll send 3. Nunley's going to have some time to throw. Now he's being pressured off the edge, and he's going to throw, looking for Braylon Mills, but overthrew him.
I saw a bit of a push-off. Got away with something there from the wide receiver. I think that might have been Braylon Mills. Got away with something. But, yeah, if you saw off the edge, that was a corner blitz from James Carbris, who has the interception already today, and he also has a sack. He almost had another sack on the stat sheet.
He almost did. Now same formation. Going to be a quick out, a screen, but it's going to be bobbled in the air, and he's going to corral it, and he's going to try to go. He's at the 40, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds, but that is a first down for the Conroe Tiger offense.
That was something that Elijah Harris needed for this offense. You know, finally getting another first down, getting fresh life here for the Conroe Tiger offense. At least you're pushing yards up the field. You're trying to at least score. You're down 28 unanswered points. You're trying to put something together, especially when you continue to punt tonight.
Going to drop back to pass again. He's going to be hit as he throws, and it's going to be intercepted by the Cavaliers at midfield. That is number 5, Jordan White, reaching up and head-topping the receiver to get to come down with that interception.
And that's something that you need to do as a quarterback. We're going to see the replay here. Nunley getting hit as he throws, overthrowing his receiver. But not only that, you're going for your main guy. Anytime you're trying to throw to your best receiver, which was Elijah Harris, you want to get that one-on-one matchup, which he had. Unfortunate, getting hit as he throws. That release was a little behind, and you have that ball hawking defensive back able to get that and jump up and get out of reach for Harris. Good on Jordan White.
Hughes will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's being pressured. He's going to be hit as he throws, and that will be ruled an incomplete pass. Looking for Stevens there, who had that big play to set up the touchdown during the last drive. So now we'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
And if you're able to get points there off the turnover, which College Park is intending to do here, you're going to pretty much say that this game is going to potentially be out of reach for the Tigers. Conroe defense needs to do something here to try to not allow College Park to score any more points right now.
Now it's going to get a 1st down there. Number 11, Julian Cromartie. We've called his name a lot. We've called all of these College Park receivers' names a lot because, like we stated earlier in the broadcast, they have been living up to them spreading the ball around.
And a quick slant from Cromartie. Yeah, Wes, they like to throw it to Cromartie. They like to throw it to Snodgrass. They like to throw it to Styles. Every single receiver gets their touches. They like to spread the ball around here at College Park.
So it'll be a play-action pass. He's going to look for Stevens. It'll be incomplete. Overthrows him a little bit. Because that will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Tigers were bringing some pressure there. Alex Coy in on it as he's coming off field to get a quick breather. But doing the check down, underneath throw, Hughes really wasn't set on that pass. And that's where you can, if you're not really set and you're trying to throw off balance, you might just have that potential overthrow, which is what we saw.
So now he'll motion his man. It'll be another play action. He's going to throw it deep down the field. Incomplete. Looking for Styles there. Deep down the field, and he had his man beat. Just a little bit of an overthrow there by Hughes.
Yeah, Styles, senior wide receiver, number 1, 6 foot tall. He's a playmaker here at College Park, trying to find his way into the end zone tonight, and he had his man beat. Just unfortunate as he's going to take himself a little bit of a breather on the sideline, catch his breath because that was a good out route. A good go route.
Really was, as they will give Styles a break here. Hughes will be lined up. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. 3rd down and long. Conroe showing pressure off the edge. Send his man in motion. They'll bring it, and they'll fumble the ball, but he'll recover it. And a hard hit out of bounds there by number 1. That is James Kozlowski there for the Tigers to bring up 4th down. And it looks like they're going to keep their offense back out on the field. Maybe we see some more trickery here like we saw in the last 4th down.
Well, you're kind of in this no man's land. You could potentially kick a field goal with Coke, but I guess they don't really want to test the leg here. They want to continue to just eat up some clock as much as they can, try to get another 1st down. They are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight.
Conroe backs off the blitz. College Park, he's going to look to throw down the field, incomplete. And the Tigers will take over at their own 31-yard line.
I know that this usually is one of these questions you might potentially ask me, Wes, but do you like the aggressiveness from Coach Coates here?
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness because it shows that they aren't afraid. It's basically like they aren't afraid to die. They aren't afraid to take those huge risks, which sometimes in football, in the game of football, you need to take those big risks to win games almost. Like that momentum-changing 4th down and 19 Philly special call is now Nunley line up. 2 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. Take the snap, play action, quick throw to the outside to Mills, and we'll have to see where he gets with forward progress as he breaks the tackles after the whistle is blown. and they will get them 3-yard gain.
Yeah, and going back to that 4th down call, I agree with you. You are showing that you have confidence in your team. You don't really – you have a nice lead, and where you potentially would have given the ball, it's fine. And you have also – it's a confidence booster for your offense and shows that you have faith in your defense because they're continuing to put pressure on these Tigers.
So now this time will be a handoff to Myers, and he will be met in the backfield by number 94. That is Eastman Asong there for the Cavaliers.
And from what we're seeing, that these Tigers are starting to get caged here late in this game. College Park apparently is pretty much – I'm not saying that they know what's coming, but it looks like as if that they have an idea. And the way that this is being schemed up by this defense, they are capitalizing.
3rd down and 10. Nunley being pressured. We'll get a short little pass off. And he will get to about the 37-yard line, it would seem. Now this is where, in Conroe, this is their no man's land. It looks like they will keep their offense out on the field.
You're down 28. You want to –
No, they won't. They will send on the punt team.
They heard you. They heard you up here.
Commentators jinx, folks.
It happens. It happens from time to time. But if you're looking – yeah, you didn't want to potentially fail on converting the 4th down. They haven't really gone for it on 4th down tonight. And now you're just going to go ahead and punt it off, and hopefully you don't try to kick it directly to Beltran and give him something to work with.
This will be a nice punt. It'll take a Conroe Tiger roll to exactly the 25-yard line, right on that white, as that is where the College Park offense will take the field.
You allowed your guys to get downfield and able to kill the play, not allowing Beltran. Like, once you had that bounce, there were 3 Tigers right there. And Beltran extending his arms, making you think, is he going to do what he's been doing tonight? Is he trying to fool us? Nope, he's just going to back off and go ahead and let the offense get out here and see if the College Park Cavaliers can make their way downfield and extend this lead.
Empty backfield for Hughes, a formation that I don't believe we have seen from College Park yet. 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. He'll take the snap, he'll look to throw. He'll find his man Styles. No, he won't. Drop pass will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Don't see many drop passes from Styles. And with this empty backfield, they're trying to see what type of formation the defense is playing with. And they're playing with some man, but that short pass there with Styles' speed, trying to see what he had in store, and unfortunate, could probably been a nice 8-yard reception for the defense or for the offense.
Split back formation for College Park here. Styles will go in motion. Hughes will take the snap. It will be a handoff to Stevens, and he'll be met in the backfield. That's number 4 there on the play, C.J. Mooring for the Tigers.
Yep. Senior defensive lineman getting in there. And now it's going to be a 3rd and long coming up for the Cavs. And just recently, previous drive, they had that turnover on downs because they went for it on 4th down.
They did, and we'll have to see maybe if they don't pick up this 1st down, if they keep going for it on 4th down, as now Hughes is going to look to run. Now his flag's flying all over the place as Styles makes the catch for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's going to be coming back.
Holding. Offense number 77. That's a 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So now it's about 3rd down and 19, I believe, with that 10-yard penalty.
Yep. So that is going to be the 8th penalty. One of those penalties for College Park did offset with a Conroe penalty. But that has flagged them for about 60 yards. And that's something that could potentially hurt your team. But right now, having this lead, it's something you just have to clean up. It's still early in the season.
Now, once again, they're going with that reverse to Styles, and Styles will get to about let's see, the 27-yard line.
11-yard run with the reverse from Styles. But we're going to go ahead and see him punt it off here.
Oliver Van Hizadale to punt. Mills to return for Conroe, standing at his own 40-yard line. 3 minutes left in this third quarter.
And right here for Conroe, great thing from your defense, being able to stop them, get that third down, get it turned into a 3-and-out, see what we have in store. They can get some yards upfield.
Signal for the fair catch, but he won't take it. It's going to take a good bounce for College Park inside the 20 to the Conroe 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice bounce that got inside the 20 here for the Cavaliers, almost inside the 15, where you think that, oh, Conroe's probably going to be starting off at, their own 35, own 40, depending on where Mills was lining up. Nope, we're going to go ahead and start inside our own 20, and now 83 yards to go upfield.
Just want to bring something up here. One of the reasons why the reason why the fans have been wearing purple, and you've seen purple all over throughout the pom-poms and even some of the stuff that the band is doing, is because September is National Suicide Awareness Month. The number for the hotline for somebody that you know, or that if you yourself are going through it, is 988. That is the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline. Don't be afraid to call if you need help. So now it'll be a handoff to Patterson up the middle for about a 5-yard gain.
So right now, Conroe giving it to another back. As we said, it's Shane Patterson. And you were talking about Patterson earlier, keeping him in protection, being that fullback. They're giving Alex Myers a little bit of a break on the sideline. He's been going through it tonight. Not enough yards on the ground.
Keeper by Nunley, and he'll slide, but not after getting the first down for the Tigers. So back-to-back drives and back-to-back first downs for the Tigers.
This is something you need to do here for Conroe. Got to be playing with a little bit of tempo. You're less than 2 minutes left here in the third. Got to figure out what can we do to at least find ourselves in field goal range, even try to get a touchdown, because this is a huge deficit that you're facing going into the fourth quarter.
Now Nunley will take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's being pressured, and he will get slammed in the backfield. That is number 99, Jordan Grant there for the Cavaliers, which they have been getting to Nunley all night, it seems.
I think that's the fourth sack tonight. But, yes, you can bring a defensive tackle. You can bring in a linebacker blitz. You can even bring a quarter blitz. They've been able to get pressure on Nunley. And where you had a big first down, fresh set of downs, now you're just sitting at second and long.
Now Nunley looks like he was unprepared for the snap there. Now he's going to throw on the run. He's going to be intercepted, or are they going to call it incomplete?
No, that hit the turf. That was Jordan White there, but that hit the turf.
Almost the second interception on the day for White. It's now will be third down and 18.
Yeah, big third down here, less than a minute. Where you're positioned on the field, if you can't convert here, it's going to be another punt situation.
Only getting the play from the sidelines. Once again, running the split formation that they have loved to run, it seems, this year. So he'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. Is being pressured off the edge immediately. And another Cavalier sack, as that is a combined sack by number 15. But number 15, Lucas Richard, my apologies. And I couldn't get a number on the other one, but there was two players back there. Looks like they blitzed off the edge.
Yeah,
and
it was number 9, Jonah Den, who was one of the main contributors on the sack. Just continuing, you're either going to see a safety, some defensive back is blitzing here for College Park, and that's another 3-and-out there for the Conroe Tigers.
Punting from almost his own end zone. It looks like a College Park player got a hand on it. As now the ball will be downed at the Tiger 38-yard line, which sets up amazing field position for College Park.
Now that Conroe defense was able to cause a 3-and-out there from College Park the last time that we saw this College Park offense, but the story of the night pretty much has been with Conroe. 2 turnovers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 punts. It's when you're 1 for 8 on third down conversions, you haven't even been in good enough field position to try to go for it on fourth down. It just shows you how well that this College Park team has been playing all night.
Swing pass to Stevens, and Stevens will get about 8 yards there on the swing. Well, to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So that does bring us to the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth. 28-0 College Park. Which College Park, this for both teams was a big proving ground, and looks like College Park's been the one that's been proving themselves lately.
Very much so. I knew coming into tonight that it was potentially going to be the offense for College Park that was going to make a statement, but not only that, it's the defense that is continuing to make a statement. When you're playing 3 facets of the game, excellent on special teams, you're playing excellent on defense, you were able to get 2 turnovers. The only thing that has really hurt College Park, but it hasn't really technically hurt them, was the penalties. While they have been penalized quite a bit tonight, they're still able to put points on the board, and the amount of confidence that your defense has, especially for Coach Stephen Howard on College Park side of things, couldn't ask for anything better.
It's now Hughes. Looks like going to be that same option play to Styles. And Styles, he's going to get the first down. He's going to get more there. That was a phenomenal play there by the phenomenal number 1. That'll be Jordan Styles.
Well, stylish Jordan Styles continuing to show what he can do with his legs tonight, no less.
As now Hughes will remain in that same split formation. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Stevens to his right as well. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to be pressured. Another quick pass, and Stevens is going to try to run over his man, but it's a good tackle there by number 5, Kanye Smith. My apologies.
Not only that, you're just seeing Stevens getting the check down, nothing downfield. Hughes likes to throw those checkdowns, and having a good pass-catching back like Stevens is something that College Park has continued to benefit from.
It's now same formation. Take the snap. He's going to look to throw now. He's going to look to throw deep. Wide open is Snodgrass for his 3rd touchdown of the day.
Yeah, you call that the hat trick there for Mr. Snodgrass. That's his 3rd receiving touchdown tonight. Nothing wrong with that.
What do you think is one of the big reasons? Because coming into this game, the Conroe secondary has been their strongest part. Everybody's been talking about Xavier Hardman, who is getting major looks from some D1 colleges. What do you think has been the main reason they've been able to find all these open, busted coverages?
Well, not only that, you have multiple receivers. Now, some teams in high school, they usually have 2 guys, but right now, College Park, they have 3, and even a pass-catching back, you're able to benefit from that. And we're going to see the coverage here, and we're going to break down this play coming up. But, Wes, that's pretty much what it is. You have great pass catchers, and you're able to make these defenses guess. And great angle here, as you see, plenty of time, great vision. And, yeah, the way that Snodgrass was able to, you're finding that opening in the zone. Not only that, they weren't playing just man, they're playing zone. So when you have that time to allow that opening where they're trying to at least capture themselves with zone coverage, because you're expecting the pass. Sometimes when you're playing man, your guys can get a little tired at times. But when you have plenty of time to allow these routes to develop and find that opening in the zone, that's what Hughes was just doing there. And it's fantastic play. Now it's 35-0, unanswered points. It's been all College Park tonight.
And you saw that was an amazing route there by Snodgrass too. As now it will be Koch on the kick.
And a little bit of an unorthodox number that you see for a kicker. We really didn't talk about that. Number 80 as a kicker. I know in college you can kind of see some 95s, some 51s at times. It's just something you'd love to see.
So the kick is away. Not a pooch kick this time. It'll be kicked deep. It'll be returned, and he's going to try to find some room, and he's going to get across midfield or close to midfield at the 45-yard line. That was a good return there for Conroe to set up their drive to start at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Braden Mills within the 5, able to get close to midfield here, and you want to see the offense has been struggling. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. The offense has been struggling for Conroe tonight. You're 1 for 9 on third down conversions, no less, and you've punted majority of the night. If they stay within this, if they can't convert on a third down, they might actually go for their first fourth down conversion tonight, just seeing what they can potentially do. But they just need to find just that one play to kind of get them out of this funk, shake the rust off here. And I think that Jackson Regan is now in.
We have timeout for injury.
Yeah, I think Nunley is going to be done for the night for Conroe. They're going to let.
Yes, that is the backup Jackson Reagan in. Trying to rest up Nunley for their upcoming homecoming game next week at Moorhead Stadium against the New Caney Eagles.
Over the years, New Caney, if you have been paying a lot of attention to the district, New Caney had a good team. I'd say about maybe 3 years ago. They finished, I think, second in the district behind the Woodlands.
I'm pretty sure that year, their first year in the district, they actually won district, which broke the streak of the Woodlands and Willis.
That's what it was.
Which, speaking of Woodlands and Willis, could this be another year that dominant streak of one of them winning is broken with Willis already losing a game? Could there be another team that could leapfrog them? Do you have any candidates that you think could be that team to make the jump? Because, we've been talking about it all last year. We talked about it a little bit last year with Grand Oaks and teams like College Park.
Well, for Grand Oaks, they just need to make the playoffs. That's their goal. They're circling just that first playoff berth in school history. But with the slow start, well, not really a slow start for Willis, but having a freshman at your quarterback, it's going to change some things. And I'm a little curious to see what actually Willis is going to do, because I think that we were talking about it during halftime. You were telling me that they probably were going to have a transfer be their starting quarterback, but apparently he has to play JV right now.
As Reagan, the snap is low, but he's going to be able to corral it. He's going to try to run and make something out of nothing, but he will be clotheslined down by number 99, Jordan Grant there. A little bit of some WWE there right there with a spinning lariat.
Yeah, not only that, whenever you have a cold quarterback coming in and that rapport that you have with your center, you're not really used to it. It was a low snap, and then you're trying to keep things going and try to get that conversion.
And once again, the College Park defense able to get to him. That's number 26 there. That is number 6, Bryce Cooper. His high school coach dad, George Cooper, will be very proud of him right now, don't you think?
I very much so. And where we were thinking that if they at least kept it in midfield, they would go for it on fourth down. Unfortunately, getting that big sack there from College Park, we're going to have another punt. And that's the key word. That's the magic word tonight, punt.
This is the word of the day as Garcia is able to punt it away. They'll take a Conroe Tiger bounce, a good bounce too, inside the 15. The ball is going to keep on rolling to the 11-yard line.
Not only that, you were seeing, I believe that was Casey Stout, number 23 safety, or that was Shane Patterson. He was kind of wafting at the ball trying to get some wind, because it's been a fairly windy game. If we're looking at the south end zone, we don't see those flags moving much. Maybe closer to the visitor side, there's a little bit of wind over there, but on the home side, not much movement.
If you look really closely, they are showing the press box here. Don't think they're showing our side, unfortunately.
They don't want to see our ugly mugs right now, Wes.
They do not, unfortunately. I don't want to say they're ugly.
No, they're not. We're handsome men.
Yes. my face has to be pretty because I have my own talk show, Wes's World, on the KTIG News YouTube channel. If you're interested, please check it out. We need every view that we can get. We love all of our viewers. As now he's going to look to throw, throwing it deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 11, Julian Cromartie, and I am sorry for that shameless plug for the YouTube channel, Jackson.
It's okay. It's okay. But while we're doing the shameless plugs, let's not forget that while you're here on our Conroe Independent School District Woodforest Bank Stadium, Conroe Athletics Stadium stream here on YouTube, if you have not done so yet, please click the subscribe button and also click that bell because it will let you know when we go live every game this season here, and not to mention other games. Tomorrow night, what we're going to have here is Grand Oaks face-off here at Woodforest Bank Stadium against the Woodlands High School.
That'll be a good game as now Hughes will get a timeout.
Before the snap,
at College Park.
timeout, College Park. First short timeout I had.
But breaking down that previous play while you were giving your little plug there, while you're checking your fantasy score during the broadcast, what are you doing, sir?
I got to make sure. Look, this is a $50 buy-in league with 12 people. I got to make sure that it's right. And luckily it is for me because I have Josh Jacobs, starting Packers running back, and they are currently up 14-3 against the Washington Commanders, which if you want to switch on that game, go to Amazon Prime. We would love for you to stay here with us.
We want you to stay here. Do not. No, we don't need to promote
There's
Amazon.
still 8 minutes and 47 seconds left.
Yes, and there's plenty of that football game that we want our viewers to stay here with us because we are supporting the Conroe Independent School District. Come on, man.
And so are they by watching us.
Yes.
So thank you, dear viewer, wherever you are, laying in bed looking at your phone or on your couch. Well, we are here also sitting, and we are here providing hopefully what you think is some good commentary.
Well, I stand from time to time because I get into the game.
So that'll be a handoff up the middle, be a first down there. Duke Stevens again. Duke Stevens has also quietly been having a really good game along with their quarterback Cameron Hughes and Snodgrass.
Yeah, Stevens, while there was a big play that he had on a swing, actually it was a bit of a wheel route, and was able to get inside the 5, which led to the first score of the night for the Cavaliers. But yes, it's good to see Stevens. He was quiet the first quarter. Actually didn't see much playing time at all in that first quarter. But now he's been playing, seeing more time because we did see Beltran get those opening touches for the running game.
Number 90, Jacob Baker there in on the tackle for the Tigers. Now getting the play from the sidelines. Just a little under 8 minutes here left in the fourth quarter. As Hughes line up. A lot of these teams in the district or in high school football in general, they seem to be using the shotgun formation a lot as now the play clock is winding down. They got to be quick. Play action. He's got all the time to throw, and he's going to look deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Once again, looking deep for number 11, Julian Cromartie.
Yeah, and Casey Stout, he's been primarily playing safety in the middle of the field, and just shows you that College Park's still not afraid to throw the deep ball. Not at all, because one thing that College Park likes to do, they like to spread the ball around, and while Cromartie has seen some touches, Cromartie would like to get that big play. The junior wide receiver, he's building this relationship here with Hughes. They're going to be here again together next season. So you want to try to get some time together and get those reps in.
And that passes out to Stevens, and he will get tackled, but not before he gets the first down. Looks like there is a little bit of extracurricular on the Conroe sideline. Referee's doing a great job to break it up.
Surprised that there's no penalty markers on the field.
Then again, this has been a very chippy game from the first quarter. Their fourth quarter actually had one of the first drives of the game was those offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't been the cleanest game from either side. It's now first down and 10 for the Cavaliers. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, shotgun formation. Take the snap. He's going to do a play action. They like to throw those quick play action passes, and he's going to try, and he's going to get close to the first down, and the ball is loose. We'll have to see who comes up with it.
think that they're going to say it was Conroe.
Referees are conversing, and they are going to signal that it is Conroe ball.
It's going to be the Snodgrass game, having those 3 touchdowns, but unfortunate play. So the turnover, we're going to see the replay here. So the pass over to Snodgrass as he tries to get closer to the sideline, but I think that was number 1. Yeah, that was James Koloski being able to punch the ball out because there were 2 defenders tackling Snodgrass. But Koloski able to punch the ball out and get a turnover, and Conroe is having I think, some of their close to best field position starting off.
A handoff to Myers, but he will be met in the backfield. That will be number 15 on the play, Lucas Richard. Which College Park, they've been able to get into the backfield a lot. Why do you think what do you think could be a reason why? Is it just like the play schemes that they've been drawing up? They're running stunts?
But it's just the way that this core has been together, they're not usually bringing more than 4, maybe 5 at times. But the fact of the matter is that these are some very burly boys for College Park, and being able to manhandle their way through the line and being able to even push off just that bull-style rush has been effective for them.
It's now 3rd down and 12. Seems to be a reoccurring theme throughout the night, these 3rd and more than 10s for the Tigers. It's now Reagan lined up in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to your top of your screen at your right. He'll take the snap. Snap is low. He's going to be able to corral it. But then again, once again, for his 3rd sack on the night, Bryce Cooper. A hat trick for him. It seems like there's hat tricks going all around for this College Park team.
And whenever you are bringing in a backup quarterback and you don't have that type of relationship with your center, I know that there have been some low snaps, but also whenever you're trying to examine the field, look downfield, if you're not getting hit in the numbers, you're not typically paying attention because you're trying to read the coverage as the ball's getting snapped. It's a lot going on in a quarterback's head, and it's another unfortunate thing.
Now Garcia once again on to punt. Beltran to return. He'll get the kick away. And he'll take a bounce out of bounds. And it'll be marked out at the 33-yard line is where College Park will start this drive. It would appear College Park might be starting to bring in some of their backups, as yes, indeed, the new quarterback will be number 3, Rodrigo Bravo Jr.
Yeah, Bravo is typically one of the guys you'll see a lot in the second half. The senior quarterback, been with College Park. He can sling it. He can run with it. It's just one of those things. It's good to see him get some touches tonight.
As now number 20, it'll be number 20, Gian Delval, as Coy will wrap him up in the backfield for it looks like a good loss. 5 yards loss on the play brings up 2nd down and 15 or 2nd down and 16.
Well, you have a cold quarterback, a cold running back coming in, not seeing much game time this season. But when you're coming in cold, you got to – Coy, he's been playing all game. He's been able to find his way in the backfield and able to get a tackle for loss there.
Now he'll look to throw the quick out, but it'll be incomplete. Pass intent there for number 19, Hayden Hughes. So bring up 3rd down and 16. Which now both of these teams, they're looking forward to next week. What do you think for these two teams that they need to fix or that they need to keep on going into these next games, which will be against Oak Ridge for College Park and Conroe, who will be at home for homecoming against New Caney?
Well, for Conroe, New Caney, I believe, is 0-2 on the year. Going into tomorrow night, Conroe just needs to potentially get a little bit more confidence at that offensive line. You had a huge test tonight against College Park, It shows you, okay, these are some things that we need to fix moving into next week. We haven't seen Myers much at all this second half. You could see that they will rely heavily on Myers next week with the run game and allowing Nunley to get a little bit more time that you can throw downfield. But on the College Park side of things, as they're punting it away here, you're looking to that matchup next week against Oak Ridge, where you're going to technically you're at home, but you're going to be on the opposite side of the field.
This punt will be away. Harris is going to muff it. It'll be corralled by number 31, Xavier Young. And he will be tackled, and that'll be about the 39-yard line is where they're going to mark it, and that's where the Conroe offense will take over.
Yeah, good thing, good awareness there from Young, being able to pay attention and at least get the ball so you don't have to cough up another turnover here, especially whenever you're trying to get the ball back after you force a 3-and-out. But for College Park, going into against Oak Ridge, I'll break some stuff down following this play, let you know what Oak Ridge has been doing on their side.
Now a handoff to Myers. He'll get a good couple of yards there on first down. They'll mark it at a 5-yard gain. Bring up second down and 5.
Yeah, so if you're looking at Oak Ridge, well, you have senior quarterback Drayton Urbe, who has 6 rushing touchdowns already on the season going into tomorrow night. And then one thing is the TCU verbal commit wide receiver James Scott.
That'll be a handoff to Myers on the play, and he'll get the first down by about a yard, maybe 2.
But yeah, if you're looking at Oak Ridge, you have James Scott. You know, he's been fairly quiet. He hasn't found the end zone yet, but he's a huge, massive
2-minute timeout
for wide receiver.
2-minute timeout.
He's 6'5", almost 200 pounds, but has that deep threat, but he could also good route runner, finding a lot of different routes in his route tree that they're trying to utilize. Just you're already getting looks from TCU. You're pretty much a verbal commit, so once signing day comes around, you're going to be able to finally say, hey, this is where I am going. But if they're going to be able to you have to contain Urbe. He's a quarterback who can get it done with his legs. You're going to want to make sure that you're trying to force them to throw on the College Park side of things. You want to pretty much contain Urbe moving into next week and try to make them beat you through the air, which, as you can see, they're putting a lot of pressure on the Tigers tonight and able to get stuff done that way.
It'll be a keeper by Reagan. He'll get about 8 yards. Bring up second down and 2. But yeah, with this game, with College Park almost having it sealed with a minute and 40 seconds left, it makes some of those later games in the season a little bit more interesting for playoff implications. That game against Grand Oaks, the game against the Woodlands, the game against Willis, it adds more stakes to those games, and this game already had playoff stakes, so now Conroe really has to get their stuff together, and they need to regroup. They'll have homecoming next week against New Caney, which they will probably try to use as a little bit of a bounce-back game before they get into some of those later season games against the Woodlands and the Willises of the district.
And not only that, New Caney coming in to tonight, you know, they're 0-2 on the season, so they're going to play tomorrow night. Like, they've allowed 90 points from opponents.
And now pass deep down the field is incomplete.
Conroe trying to find some points tonight.
It's intended for. Let's see if we can get a number
Ruling
on
the
that.
field. The pass is incomplete. Second down.
Incomplete pass. Second down.
I think that was Caden Barnaby, number 2. Just on the go route, looking for the big play downfield.
Beautiful pass there by Reagan, too.
I agree. It's one of those that your man-to-man best player needs
now
to get
low snap, and Reagan is going to have to fall on it at the 45-yard line. Center problems have seemed to plague this offense all day, which they have their center, C.J. Shaw, who was a guard last year, so it's a guard to center convert, and that seems to be a huge problem today.
And maybe if – I know that they've been primarily playing in the shotgun. If you're not being able to make those – as it's another sack there – but if you're not being able to make those snaps, that's whenever you try to think, okay, at least try to transition to maybe a pistol just so you can at least have a little bit of space from the line of scrimmage. Because nowadays, especially in high school, you don't see many programs with a playbook that a lot of the quarterbacks line up under center. They're usually in a gun or pistol-style formation, and that does it. We're at it. That was pretty much the last play of the game.
That was the last play of the game as the final score here from Wood Forest Bank Stadium. College Park 35, Conroe 0. As you see the light show here, DJ Khaled playing as the teams go and shake hands.
That was actually DJ Khaled?
Mm-hmm. They were playing All I Do Is Win there.
Oh, okay.
As for College Park, undefeated so far, that has been all that they have done.
Very much so, and now you have your first district win on the board. So technically you are leading in the district, which we will have a couple of other games tomorrow night. If you want to look to see what is going to happen when they all go on the road, I'll give you a quick glance of what else is happening. Some guys are going to be on the road. Some schools are going to be playing here. Because it's tomorrow night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium.
Yes, it is Grand Oaks and it is the Woodlands. Will you be on that? Will you be on the call for that game, Jackson?
No, that actually I believe is going to be Jeremy. Let me look at our schedule for the week. Yeah, it's going to be Jeremy McGrail who's going to be calling the Grand Oaks Woodlands game. So that's going to be a fun game. It's also going to be Woodlands Senior Night. So if you look at the schedule for the district, tomorrow night at Moorhead Stadium, it's going to be Caney Creek Panthers hosting the Willis Wildcats, so it's probably going to be that bounce-back game for the Wildcats. Caney Creek is 0-2 right now this season, and then you have Oak Ridge War Eagles going on the road to Cleveland, and Oak Ridge trying to look for their first district win, but that's pretty much it for what the layout of the games will be for the remainder of the week.
Is now. So with this dominant win, what do you think needs to happen with Conroe? What do you think needs to be said at the practices? What needs to be done during the practice to try to get their spirits up almost? Because you got to remind them that they still have 7 games left to play.
This is one of those where it's going to put a bad taste in your mouth, but you can live with this for a day and then move on. I know that whenever you start to look at film, you're going to come back and you're going to have to live with that because you're going to have to see a lot of the mistakes. But it's not how you get knocked down, it's how you can get back up. If I'm quoting a little bit of The Dark Knight, getting a little Alfred on you. I know the age gap we have here, at least you've seen The Dark Knight. But that's what it's going to come down to. You have to own to the mistakes. You didn't make a lot of mistakes on penalties tonight. It was just more of getting beat at the line of scrimmage, and that's what hurts. So you got to be able to come back, and for Conroe, you watch the film and have a good idea of how you're going to play next week, because that could be a winnable game for Conroe playing against New Caney. But as for College Park, have fun with this, where you're going, and you're going to be here on the opposite side of the field, but yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. I hope you enjoyed listening to our wonderful commentary. For the Conroe ISD Athletics channel, I am Wesley Big West Turner, and I was joined by my wonderful color analyst, Jackson Cochran. But it is unfortunately that time of the broadcast where we must bid you adieu. So goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang.